Hello guys, it's Peter here. In today's episode we will do what we haven't done in the previous one. We will remove this chip, okay, and replace on our two boards because we know that that one is working. So now only we need to replace this chip to be readable, okay. I didn't remember which drive requires to change chips and which one doesn't. You need to always Google it and see, because you can't only replace the PCB, yes. Well, you can replace the PCB as I've done, and I've seen that there is some data, there is some partitions, yes. But now to access the data with some of them, you can do straight swap and it will work. With some of them, you need to replace some component, yes. Like here, I've googled and I've figured out that on the Hitachi and IBM hard drives you've got a 8 leg pin, 8 pin, like a SOP 8, yes, SOP 8 chip with 25 start and number, yes, 25 number start, and I've checked that's the very chip. So we need to remove from this one because that's the faulty one, and we need to solder to the drive which I've plugged in and I know that it is working, yes. So that's what I'm going to do, and then we can test it and see if I can see the data or not. So I've got 3/4 of the power and 1/3 of the speed of the fan, but I need to plug in the power cord and we can start it. Okay, so yeah, we've got everything sorted. I've used a bit of a flux. Oh, time to go for kids to school, guys. Okay, so we've got a 1, and now I can do the second part. So that's the faulty one with a good chip. So let's put this one on this side here. Okay, I'll pause, I prepare it and I'll unpause. Okay, a bit flux. And let's do it. So I'm trying to heat up more of a surface of those legs of the pin rather than the chip itself, yes. You could do it with soldering iron. I've done it in the past. With SOP 8 it's actually quite easy. Okay, so that's the chip which we don't need, yes. And I didn't check which legs goes where, but we see the direction and I can tell you now. Okay, so the pin number 1 has a dot, very good, and here actually there is a one one side only. And here is the same side. Okay. Need to check if the connection is okay. Pins are straight and legs look soldered to me. Okay, let us make a wee test. Yeah, okay, looking good. So what I can do, I can pause now. I can install it back into this. I need to put this one aside. That's the pin which I can, after the recording, I can install as well. That's not a problem. I don't know which side it went, to be true, but it's looking like this. So let us do it this way, guys. I'm pausing the video because I don't see a value for you to watch me screwing, and we can take it once I will plug it into the computer. Okay guys, so I did plug in the hard drive. I don't hear it spinning. So the question is this chip burned now? I've got no idea, I need to check it. Okay, well, I've got no time, I need to leave for kids, so pause. Okay guys, so I got a problem because I had to solder the same chip which was here originally. I'll share the screen, switch off the camera, or move the camera to the smaller one. Okay, and we see that it's recognizable again. Yes, if I'll switch it off, let's say I'll cancel it and I'll switch it off here. Okay, I don't know if I can. Okay, so we've got, need to close it and I think open it because I've got two hard drives shown. Let us go again here and let us go this PC, show more options and manage. Okay, and now disk management. So we've got pretty much, let's show all. Okay, so we've got 3 disks, because that's for real. We've got 3 disks inside inside this computer. This one is off. Yes, I've got NVMe, I've got SSD, and I've got 1 terabyte HDD. So that's accurate. Yes, so those both are for Linux and Windows, and this one is just for data plus NAS. Yes, which is network, and not visible here. So that's accurate. Now when I'm switching it on, start to give a spin. So this chip is good. can hear the spin. Oh no, I've made a problem. How was those pins? Pins are okay. But this chip here is the original chip from the second disk, not from this disk. So this small chip doesn't allow us to do anything, yes? So this is why, you know, it's a problem. Yes, let me disconnect, and oh, you see it's unknown disk here. Here, this disk is unknown. It's because we've swapped the PCBs, yes, and unfortunately the tutorial which was showing to replace this chip, you know, was wrong, because I've replaced this chip, and unless this chip is faulty, yes, which would then explain the problem, we can't have it back. So I need to figure it out. If I will find a problem, I see that some components are really warm here, about this section here where I've got. But I can measure them, and if I'll find anything interesting, I'll record another part. As you see, not always you can swap a PCB and expect it to work, yes, out of the box, after swapping the PCB. This is why, you know, you need to understand how to replace. Most of the time when I'm reading those tutorials, they are fine, and that's why I believed in that chip, because that's what I've done in the past. Unfortunately, in this case, it wasn't enough. So I need to learn what else I can do to swap these PCBs, and if I'll find that solution on Hitachi hard drive, I'll record another part. If no, I will just call it a day, and I will tell customer to that I need to quit on it, or we will have to turn into the data recovery, which would be really dear for the customer, and I don't believe customer will pay for such cost, because you know, I would literally have to take into the clean space, get those disks out, you know, and then start to read the data from it, which no. I've done it only once. I know what it takes, and I know how painful the process is, and I know how long it takes to recover the data. So no. That's why I can only compare these in between each other. If I'll find what could be the cause of that PCB of not working, where it is here, the original PCB from this hard drive, yes. If I'll figure it out what the components are faulty, I can solder them from this PCB, measure after removing them, yes, so I know I can write down which are the values for each component, what are the values, and even if something would go wrong and this wouldn't work, I would know the original components values. So, you know, that would be a good place to reverse engineering it, yes. But that's it in this video. Sorry, you know, I've showed you what potentially can work, but unfortunately in this case it's a no fix, and fingers crossed I'll find a solution, and there will be additional part, and we can figure out how to help this customer. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. For those who did like or subscribe, guys, I'm only short 2 people, and I will have 100 people subscribe, and I will be able to change the YouTube channel name to Screen Protector URL from gibberish right now, yes. So, you know, fingers crossed this will happen very soon. Thank you, all likes goes to you as well, for helping me. And guys, if possible, let's fix them all. See you in the next video. Bye bye.